You sit down for what feels like a quick break. Maybe you're checking a message, scrolling through Instagram, watching a YouTube short, nothing major. Just a little dopamine hit before you get back to whatever you were doing, then suddenly, 2 hours are gone. You barely even remember what you were looking at. It's like your brain was on autopilot, drifting from one post to the next, one video to another, with no real destination, and the scariest part? That wasn't an accident. Your time was stolen, engineered out of your hands by some of the smartest minds in the world. This is not just technology evolving. This is deliberate manipulation designed to rewire your brain, to make you addicted, and to own your attention. Right now, an invisible war is being fought, and every single one of us is the target. Anyone who owns a smartphone, a tablet, or any smart device. We are all being pulled into a system designed to keep us hooked, distracted, and under control. They told us social media was free. You never paid a single dollar to use them unless you want extra perks, and yet, these companies are worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Because we are not the customers, we are the product. The real business model of social media isn't about providing a service, it's about owning our attention and selling it to the highest bidder. Imagine a giant auction house, but instead of artwork or luxury cars, what's being sold is you. Every time you open an app, companies are bidding on your attention. The longer you stay, the more ads they show you. The more ads they show, the more money they make, and they will do whatever it takes to keep you there. Because in the world of social media, time is money, and you are the currency. Most people think the only data they give to social media is what they post. That's not even 1% of the picture. These platforms don't just track what you click on. They track how long you hesitate. Every single pause, whether it's a second or 5, is recorded. If you stop to read a post, they know it caught your attention. If you scroll past something quickly, they know you didn't care. If you rewatch a video, even for a second, they know it hooked you. And then, they adjust your entire feed based on what keeps your eyes locked on the screen. This is why your timeline isn't random. It's built for you. Designed to keep you engaged for as long as possible. Because if you close the app, they lose money. Have you ever noticed that bad news spreads faster than good news? If someone posts a heartwarming story, a few people might like it. It might get shared a little, but nothing crazy. Now imagine someone posts a scandal, or someone bashes a celebrity or company. Within hours, it goes viral. Thousands of comments, millions of views, people arguing. Because social media thrives on outrage. The algorithm doesn't care about truth, fairness, or positivity. It only cares about engagement. And nothing engages people faster than anger. When you see something that makes you mad, you don't just scroll past it. You click, you comment, you share it with friends. And every one of those actions tells the algorithm this is what people want. So, what does it do? It feeds you more. More drama, more controversy, more negativity. Not because it's good for you, not because it's true, but because it keeps you watching. And as long as you're watching, you are making them money. Your attention span isn't just shrinking, it's collapsing. Studies show that our ability to focus has declined significantly in just the last 20 years. The average person now struggles to concentrate on a task for more than 8 seconds. That's less than a goldfish. But it's not just about attention. Every time you check your phone, your brain is learning to crave instant gratification. Real life starts to feel slow, boring, unrewarding. A simple conversation, a quiet moment, a deep thought, none of it feels satisfying anymore. And when you try to resist, you feel anxious, restless, like something is missing. This is dopamine addiction. Social media hijacks the same neural pathways as gambling, alcohol, and even hard drug. Each like, each comment, each notification triggers a tiny dopamine rush. The more you scroll, the more you need. And when the dopamine runs out, the withdrawal kicks in. Experts have linked excessive social media use to higher rates of depression, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts, especially in teenagers. In the US, opioids and other addictive substances are somewhat regulated. The government claims to crack down on addiction, to protect people from harmful substances. Yet somehow, the most powerful addiction of our time is right in our pockets, unregulated, unrestricted, available to anyone at any time. Here's a challenge for you. Go to your phone settings, find your average daily screen time. Drop it in the comments. Don't feel bad if it's higher than you thought. You are definitely not the only one. The average person spends nearly 7 hours a day on their phone. Teens? Up to 9 hours a day. That's 100 plus days per year. A decade of your life lost to a screen. Not creating, not growing, not experiencing life, just consuming. The damage isn't just in your mind. It's in your body, and it's getting worse. Your eyes weren't meant to stare at a screen for hours. The more you do, the worse it gets: dryness, headaches, blurred vision. But the real danger? Blue light. Blue light from screens tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. It suppresses melatonin production, making it harder to sleep. Scrolling before bed is as bad as drinking coffee at midnight. Yet, 80% of people check their phones right before bed. How many of those 80% know they are hurting themselves? And for the ones that do know, do they have the capability to fight this addiction? Cigarette smokers know their lungs are being destroyed. Gambling addicts know they are losing everything. But addiction doesn't care what you know. It only cares that you keep coming back. And social media companies know this. They design their apps to keep you awake: autoplay, infinite scroll, push notifications. Everything is built to make you lose track of time. Every single day, people spend hours hunched over, scrolling, texting, watching. Over time, we are left with spinal misalignment, chronic neck pain, pinched nerve. Doctors are seeing teenagers with the spinal damage of 60-year-olds. The more time we spend on screens, the less we move. Studies have linked excessive screen time to obesity, heart disease, diabetes. The longer you sit, the shorter your lifespan. We are literally scrolling ourselves to death. Imagine the effect on a brain that isn't fully developed yet. A child's mind is still wiring itself, still learning how to focus, how to process emotions, how to tell the difference between what's real and what's not. But before they even have a chance to develop those skills, social media gets there first. Feeding them distractions, training their brains for instant gratification, teaching them that their worth is measured in likes, that their face isn't good enough without a filter, that their attention should jump from one dopamine hit to the next, never stopping, never thinking, never breathing. But it's not just kids. Adults are drowning in it too. Because the damage doesn't just come from the time we spend on these platforms, it comes from what we're being fed while we're there. For some, it's mindless entertainment. For others, it's something darker: anger, outrage, fake news designed to manipulate, content that pulls people into echo chambers, warping their perception of reality, pushing them deeper into extremes. The more you engage, the more they feed it to you, until the world outside your screen feels smaller, less important, less real. And the cycle continues. For adults, this addiction happened over time. For kids, it's all they've ever known. Kids today never experienced life without screens. And now, we're seeing the effects. Children growing up on fast-paced digital content struggle to focus on anything slower. Since the rise of social media, teen depression and suicide rates have doubled. The more time kids spend online, the more their mental health declines. Young girls are editing their faces so much that they want surgery to look like their filters. Even children as young as 11 are asking for cosmetic procedures. Social media has warped their sense of reality. And the worst part? The companies know this. Facebook's own research showed that Instagram was harmful to teenage girls. What did they do? Nothing. The more distracted we are, the less we question. The more addicted we are, the easier we are to control. And it's not just about distraction. It's about division. Social media thrives on conflict because anger equals engagement. That's why negative content goes viral faster than positive content. That's why you see outrage, controversy, drama, because it keeps you watching. And the more we fight, the more divided we become. The executives, the engineers, the lawmakers, the very people who built these platforms, they knew. They saw the reports, the internal studies, the rising rates of depression, anxiety, and suicide in teenagers. They knew their algorithms were feeding addiction, pulling kids deeper into a world they could never escape. And what did they do? They made it worse. Because every moment of addiction, every extra minute someone spends scrolling, every child glued to a screen instead of playing outside, that's profit. And they are not willing to give that up. But eventually the world caught on. Parents started asking questions. Teachers saw students slipping. Psychologists began sounding the alarm. And soon, the pressure reached the government. In 2023, more than 40 states sued Meta, accusing them of deliberately designing platforms that harm children. The lawsuit revealed internal documents showing that Facebook and Instagram knew their platforms were addictive to teens. They knowingly pushed content that made kids insecure, made them obsess over their appearance, made them compare themselves to impossible beauty standards. One study found that Instagram made body image issues worse. Facebook knew this, and instead of fixing it, they found ways to make users spend even more time online. The evidence was overwhelming. The lawsuits piled up. And then, Mark Zuckerberg was brought before Congress. Senators asked him, "Why did your platform ignore the dangers? Why do you keep targeting children? Why are millions of teens struggling with mental health because of your algorithms?" And what did he say? "We take this very seriously. We are working to make things safer. We don't want to harm children." The same empty lines, the same robotic apologies, the same scripted nonsense. And in the end? Nothing changed, no regulation, no real consequences, a fine here, a lawsuit there, a couple of headlines, a few social media posts about it, then silence. Because the truth is, social media is too big to stop. And as long as people keep scrolling, they keep winning. And that's why nothing changes. Not because we don't know the damage. Not because we don't see the lawsuit. Not because there isn't proof. But because the system isn't broken, it's working exactly as designed. So if you were waiting for someone to step in to regulate this, to stop these companies from taking over more and more of your life, you'll be waiting forever. They can manipulate your brain. They can steal your time. They can profit from your addiction. But only if you let them. Every part of this system was designed to keep you here, to make sure you never even think about leaving. Every time you try to break free, it pulls you back. Not by force, by design. And that's the most dangerous kind of prison, the one you don't even realize you're in. But now you see it. You understand that your attention is being bought and sold. You see how your time, your life, is being drained for someone else's profit. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? First, understand this. This is not just bad habits, this is engineered addiction. You are not weak for struggling to put your phone down. You are not lazy for feeling distracted all the time. You are up against the most sophisticated psychological warfare ever created. You are fighting against billion-dollar companies that have spent decades learning how your brain works. But there's one thing they didn't plan for. You waking up. Because once you see the trap, you can break free from it. Step 1. Track your screen time. Before you can change anything, you have to see how bad it is. Open your phone settings, find your daily average screen time, look at how many hours you've already lost. 7 hours? 9? More? That's not just numbers on a screen, that's your life. The moment you realize that, everything changes. Step 2. Use friction against them. These apps are built for speed and ease, so make them inconvenient. Turn off notifications, move social media apps off your home screen, make it take effort to open them. Your brain is wired for instant gratification. If something takes too much effort, you'll do it less. And suddenly, they lose their power over you. Step 3. Replace the dopamine. Your brain is addicted to quick rewards. So instead of trying to quit cold turkey, replace the high. Go outside, lift weights, read something real. Do deep work that actually builds you up instead of tearing you down. The reason most people fail? They try to remove social media without replacing it. And when the boredom kicks in, they go right back. So don't remove, replace. Step 4. Take the 30-day challenge. A full detox. No social media, no endless scrolling, no algorithm telling you what to think, what to watch, what to care about. Just you and the real world. If 30 days sounds impossible, start with a week. You will feel withdrawal. Your brain will panic. It will crave the constant stimulation it's used to. But then something will happen. Your thoughts will get clearer. Your anxiety will drop. Your focus will return. Your attention span will rebuild itself. And when you finally come back, you'll see these platforms for what they really are. And you will never be controlled by them again. Right now, your attention is not your own. Your time, your focus, your life, it belongs to them. But it doesn't have to. You can take it back. The final challenge. Go to your phone settings, set a limit on your social media app. 1 hour less? 2? A full detox? Drop in the comments how much time you're cutting back. This is your moment, your chance to wake up, your chance to escape. But no one is coming to save you. You have to do it yourself. And the decision starts now. This is not just another warning about the dangers of social media. It's a call to reclaim what's rightfully yours, your time, your focus, your life. Every minute spent scrolling is a minute lost, a minute that could be used to learn, to create, to truly live. The power to break free from this digital prison has always been in your hand. It starts with awareness, moves with determination, and ends with action. Remember, the fight isn't against your phone or the apps, it's against the design of a system built to keep you distracted, divided, and dependent. If this video made you think, like it, so more people wake up. Subscribe for more videos that break down the systems designed to keep you trapped. Thank you for watching.